Pansy Sutherland Johnson Phillips. Pansy was born in Taylor's Valley, Sal Mountain, Jamaica. She was born to mother Eulyn Bell and father Wilmot Johnson. She was christened Sutherland Johnson. Pansy spent most of her childhood in Taylor's Valley, where she lived with her grandmother, Miss Bell. She attended Taylor's Valley Basic School and then went on to Taylor's Valley Big School, which is now called Taylor's Valley All-Age School. It was in and about this time that she developed a relationship with my father, Michael Phillips Sr. Their union went on to produce children. Later on in her early adulthood, Pansy, along with her grandmother, Miss Bell, had moved from Taylor's Valley and went to live in Montpelier, St. Thomas, Jamaica. During this time, Pansy sought to further her education. She sat the CXC examination and had passed several subjects, including maths, English, science, just to name a few. It was about at this time that she aspired to become a teacher. She further enrolled in St. Joseph Teacher College programs and was qualified to be a school teacher. Pansy went on to teach in Islington, Cedar Valley, and she also taught at Peartree River for 10 years. Further on as life journey continues, Pansy had migrated to the United States, where she spent a brief time in Boston before settling in Brooklyn and calling Brooklyn her home. She had worked several jobs here in Brooklyn, but most of her time was spent working at the Jewish Board. Pansy has several brothers and sisters stemming from her father's side. She also has several brothers and sisters stemming from her mother's side of the family. Her sister Valerie had passed on several years ago, and it was just last year that her mother had passed on. She would talk about her sister Dimple and her sister Kay, who is still alive. Her brother Clint and Denzel were always in her prayers. Her brother Barry had a soft spot in her heart. She enjoyed spending hours talking on the phone with him. And to her brother Barry was an angel. He could do no wrong. Pansy had 4 children. There's Michael Sr., there's Keisha, there's Carl, yours truly, me. Pansy also has grandchildren. In fact, she has several by Carl, she has 1 by Keisha, she has 2 by me. In fact, my son is here. Read a short benediction, a short Bible verse earlier. It was over before we knew it was over, but thank you, my son. Thank you for being here and thank you for taking part in this. When my daughter Clarissa Phillips graduated from college last year, she had graduated with 3 degrees. Pansy wanted the world to know, is my grade she get? Pansy was proud. She was a proud woman. Even on her sick bed while spending extended time in the hospital, thanks to WhatsApp and other social media, my mother and father had discovered their friendship. It was a friendship that had begun more than 50 years ago. Even while in the hospital on her sick bed, they would spend countless hours at night talking on the phone, keeping each other company, catching up on old times, talking about younger days. She would call me the next morning and she would say, you know, your father and I was on the phone whole night talking. I know some man drop asleep on me. When we listen, we just hear the man snore. And when you would talk to my father, you would say, Pansy drop asleep on me, you know. In the end, you would never know who dropped asleep left who. But rest assured, have no doubt, Let not thyself be fooled. Pansy and Mike remained soulmate till the bitter end. It was in 2017 when Pansy learned she had cancer. And with that diagnosis, she sought medical assistance to fight the cancer. It was indeed a difficult fight. Pansy celebrated her 66th birthday on May 27th. 16 days later, death came upon her. She died peacefully at 11:40 a.m. at the Seacrest Nursing Home. Leave to mourn friend Desiree, and in her words, adopted daughter Anne-Marie, other friends, loved ones, may your soul rest in peace. Here ends the eulogy of Pansy Sutherland Johnson Phillips. Thank you.